Hello. I'm just hanging out for a minute, waiting for some people to hop on, and then we'll get to tap dancing. If you missed the announcements, on Monday night, Jessica announced during her ballet class stuff about reopening. I got a link. That is not a thing yet. That is what that is what Jessica is looking into using for when we get back into live classes. So we would potentially, if this works, don't know if it works yet, limit the number of people who can actually physically come to the class, but then you could still use like your class pass and do it virtually from home through that link. And so I would set up a live stream camera while I'm teaching the class, and then you would just be on like a Zoom link from there. I clicked the link too, and it didn't work. So she's looking into it. This was just kind of a trial run to see how it works and stuff. It wouldn't let me in, saying that I'm not registered for the class, but clearly I got the link. So again, that's all in the works, and Jessica's going to work on that. So trying to figure out what we can do. So for tonight, clearly we're here. Yeah, so go ahead, check out the schedule. We only have about a week's worth of schedule posted for right now. We're just going to kind of take it week by week and see what we need to offer, how many people are wanting to come to classes in person, how many still want the virtual classes, and just kind of play it by ear and go from there. So yeah, I've got kind of one of each level that I normally teach posted on the schedule. And yeah, so Friday night will be my last Facebook live stream class. And then I'll start next week. It'll be Thursday, so I'll get a couple of days off in there. Start with beginner, and then we'll be back to Saturday morning tap. I'm so excited. Please note the time change on that Saturday morning tap. We shifted it a bit so that we would have fewer people coming and going from the studio at the same time, so that you would be more comfortable and have more space out in the hallway lobby areas. So that time did shift down a little bit for cleaning and traffic patterns. Okay, yeah, if you have any questions, I can answer what I can. Otherwise, we're gonna get started with dancing, and it's gonna be great. Okay, so warm up, the usual toe taps around, rudiments, yada yada. Make sure it's not a question. Oh, yes. So excited. I've been making masks by myself. So I have like the little pleated ones with the ties, which work really, really well if you have your hair in like a ponytail or a bun, because you just put that upper tie like on top of your ponytail or your bun. Totally keeps your mask in place and prevents it from sliding down on your face. So if you needed a tidbit there. But I've also been making, where'd I put it? I want to show you. I made the actual like curved formed masks with the ear loops, so I'm excited. These stay in place pretty well too. The one thing I learned is that I can't use the tied ones if I have my hair down. Like my head is not shaped appropriately and they just fall right off of me. So that's how I wear my mask and make sure it stays in place. All right, let's warm up. 4 slow, 8 fast. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. To the side. And back. Return to the Mac. Get up what it is, what it does, what it is, what it isn't. Looking for a better way to get up out of bed instead of getting on the internet and checking a new hit to get up. Fresh out from strut walking. A little bit of humble, a little bit of cautious. Somewhere between like Rocky and Cosby's for the get up. No, y'all can't be bad. Moonwalking.
with your open Wu-Tang lace. You can't stop me. Go hard like I gotta eat it within my heartbeat. And I'm eating at the beat like you give a little speed to a good right shot.
To the left.
We gonna go wild, gone. Useless goodbye. I got a world to see. Oh my God, she wanna see Rome. See some make you a believer now. I never ever did it for throne. That validation comes from giving it back to the people now. Sing this song.
Down to 4.
Raise those hands. This is our party. We came here to live life like nobody was watching. I got my city right behind me. The ball, they got me. Learn from that failure. Keep humility, and then we keep marching.
Choose.
So that this is the moment. Tonight is the night. We'll fight till it's over. So we put our
Choose again.
like the ceiling can't hold us. Like the ceiling can't hold us.
And once.
This is the moment. Tonight is the night. We'll fight till it's over. So we put our hands up. Like the ceiling can't hold us. Like the ceiling can't hold us.
Toe heel walks. 4 slow. 8 fast. Heel toe. Toe heel again. And we jump. And heels. Down to 4. Choose. Choose again. And once. Eight more. Woo! Okay, we're gonna go right into the collapse. 4 to the front, 4 to the side. 5, 6, 7. Here we go. And back. Under. To the left.
People that I don't know will be looking me up when they
paradiddles. Remember, we hold for 8 counts, so this will be 7 and a stomp paradiddles, shuffle toe heels, reverse paradiddles, shuffle heel ball. Yeah, that's all I got. We've been doing this for a while online, so I'm assuming most of you have watched a previous class before this. Okay. When you come back home and all the lights are out. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8. Trying to get an idea, keeping in mind like how cardio intense is each warm-up, how many breaks are we gonna need, you know, just to like stop for a second with a mask on. Being conscious of, I don't know what this is gonna go like. So I do, sometime this weekend I'm gonna run a class just on my own, here at home with my mask on. I don't want to teach with a mask on from home because that'd be weird and I'd probably sound really muffled over the Zoom and stuff, so if I don't have to do it, I'm not going to. But I'll run a class like at home and just kind of see, can I do a warm-up song all the way through with a mask on? If I can't do it, I'm not going to expect you to do it, so I'll kind of see how I feel and kind of plan some breaks in for this first week. If you'll just bear with me as we get back to the studio with things working and being different, we're just gonna roll with it and see what we get. Okay, so tonight's combo is to Bones by OneRepublic. It's a pretty groovy song. I don't know why I use the word groovy. It's just a cool song. It's a pop song. So let me play a little bit of it for you. I didn't write down how many 8 counts we hold, so I feel like it's either 2 or 4. Definitely 2, because we start here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Some kind of chemical that reaches through my core. Feels like as far as you and me, I've never had a choice.
I'm gonna give us a little more volume because it's Wednesday night. So it's happy, it's fun. I'm gonna drink some more tea here. I've had, I think, 4 cups of tea today. It's just so good. This is a vanilla orchid oolong tea. This morning I had a blueberry tea. And then David made me a tea this morning that wasn't the blueberry, but I don't know what it was. So it could have been a peach one. I have a peach one in there right on top, so that might be what he grabbed. I definitely love drinking like a warm drink in a mug all day long. I like it. All right, so we're gonna hold those 2 8 counts. And we're gonna start with the Cincinnati on your right foot. And you're gonna start on the pickup. 1, 2. So the heel is on the downbeat. So you're gonna have to pay attention. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2. Cincinnati goes spank, heel, shuffle, step. A lot of times we do kind of a scuffle, heel, toe, heel motion that's reminiscent of a Cincinnati, but this doesn't have that extra heel after it. So you're going spank, heel, shuffle, step, flat ball change with your left, flap, step, stamp, flap, stamp, step, stomp, stamp, stomp. No weight on that second foot. And then you're going to do a Cincinnati on the left. Flat ball change on the right. No weight on either of those flat ball changes. So from the front, that looks like this. Spank, heel, shuffle, step, flat ball change. Spank, heel, shuffle, step, flat ball change. Not ball changes, but I'm calling them that because that's what's easiest for me to say. From there, you're going to use your right foot and you're going to go into, because you don't have any weight on it, shuffle, cramp, roll, crawl. Okay? The rhythm on that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's not that even. Let me... And there's a back essence after it. So you're going shuffle, toe, toe, heel, heel, toe, toe, heel, heel, spank, back, side, front, and a chug. 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There it is. You have, it's an 8 count all the way through. Or did I want, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I want it that way. I want it on the pickup. So, just to describe in better terms what I just told you, the Cincinnatis are going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Meh. And I'm falling off my board. Totally fine. I'm going to do it with the music. I want it on the pickup. I know that. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hear it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2. Hear it? I'm not going to get the counts right on this one. I'm just not. Try it with me, then we'll reverse it to the left. If you have questions, pop them in the comments. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm ending on 7 with the counts, but it works with the music, I promise. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm not starting on the pickup like I said I wanted. Let's try that with the music twice through. Okay. I can deal with that email way later. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1. Hear it in there? You could also do 2 chugs on this if you wanted to. Ba-dum, ba-dum, bum, bum. Or you can hold it. You're going to repeat it on the left, so I'm kind of doing the 1 chug with the anticipation that I need to, like, reorient myself to get that left Cincinnati going. So if you want to sneak 2 chugs in there after you're more comfortable with it, totally fine. One more time, just the right with the music. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Totally time for 2 chugs. I wrote the second chug has a question mark after it because I wasn't sure if I was going to like it or not. Okay, so let's break down that left. So after you finish back essence, 2 chugs, something, Cincinnati on the left, flat ball change. This should already make sense because you already did it right and left. Hardest part is don't put your weight on that flat ball change and you're going to shuffle with the left into a left cramp roll. Now, if you're anything like me, I guarantee at some point I will do the Cincinnati and put my weight on that and try and shuffle with my right foot because I am so firmly right-footed that I will reverse entire combos just to have them be on my right foot instead of my left. So anyways, we start with our left foot. Along those lines. You do it a 3rd time on the right, just in case you didn't know what was coming. Your break is actually relatively simple. I just decided to do the shuffle, cramp roll, crawl, essence, chug, so that ending part, left and right. So you're going to finish the right side for the 3rd time. Now you're going to do that ending, or the second half of it, left and right. See that? So you end up doing the shuffle cramp roll 3 times at the end because of the first one is part of the 3rd repeat and then you do it 2 additional times. So hopefully that makes sense. I'm just going to go for it with the music. If you got questions, throw them at me. If not, we're just going to dance. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's do it 2 more times, just that far. And then we'll add on. I have 3-ish chunks, like usual. 5, 6, 7, 8. One more on that, and then heel, full lap. Okay, I know where we're going next. We're going to the left for the next one. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2. Full lap, full change. give that one more go because I totally flubbed the left side. Like, I didn't even do the left side. 5, 6, 7, 8.
You bring energy I've never felt before. Some kind of chemical that reaches through my pores. Feels like as far as you and me, I've never had a choice. I feel like home. You're like expressive, all of my mistakes. Tear down the biggest walls and put me in my place. I know I got uncomfortable, you cannot replicate. You feel like home. So if you're asking me.
If you want to get really fancy, you could do 3 chugs in there at the end too. Yeah, it would fit. You're just subdividing the beat just a little bit more, so totally fine. Okay, so this next part, you're going to want to make sure you've got a little bit of room as you're going through the break. That you're kind of on the right side of your board, so don't let that break carry you too far to the side because we're going to do a traveling time step starting to the left. So you're going to go flap, shuffle, ball change, ball change. These ball changes do get your weight going forward on them. Then you're going to hop, rotate your angle. So I started with my left foot on this. I'm going to hop on that same left foot that has my weight, and I'm going to do 2 rolling shuffles, running shuffles, shuffle switches, whatever you want to call them. Yes, you're going to step on that one. And you're going to end with a flap step. So it'll sound like this. Okay? I'm going to break that down again. Flap, shuffle, ball change, ball change. Hop on that same foot that has your weight. And then step, flap, step. That's a funky one that builds into your muscle memory the more you do it and might feel really awkward the first time you try it. So let's do it again. 5, 6, 7, 8. Flap, shuffle, ball change, hop, shuffle, step, flap, step. Oh look, your right foot's free. It reverses sides like any good time step would. Flap, shuffle, ball change, ball change. And I'm going to hop on the right foot because that's where my weight is. All right, let's do it right and left again, or left and right, I guess. 5, 6, 7, 8. Flap, shuffle, ball change, hop, shuffle, switch, shuffle, step, flap, step, flap, shuffle, ball change, hop, shuffle, switch, flap, step. If you guessed that you do it a third time, you would be right. From there, you're going to go flap, shuffle, heel 4 times. So these are a little toned down from my favorite flap, shuffle hops. You know I like to use those a lot. I haven't in a while. Ooh, those are coming back when we're back in the studio. It's going to be great. So a little easier because they're slightly slower. Flap, shuffle, heel, flap, shuffle, heel, flap, shuffle, heel, flap, shuffle, heel. So we're going to start over here. Traveling time step 3 times, 4 flap, shuffle, heels as your break. 5, 6, 7, 8. Flap, shuffle, ball change, hop, shuffle, switch, flap, step. Flap, shuffle, ball change, hop, shuffle, switch, flap, step. Flap, shuffle, ball change, hop, shuffle, switch, flap, step. Flap, shuffle, heel. I'm getting stuck on the part that doesn't have any varnish left because I took a huge chunk. If you watched Monday night's class, I tipped my board up and showed you the giant chunk that I took out of my board, and so it's raw wood and the metal sticks to the raw wood there as opposed to sliding on the varnish. So I just tried to flap and it didn't go anywhere. It's fine. My new board is done. David was gonna go pick it up, but because it's been so rainy, I didn't want it to get wet or anything, so I was like, nope, just leave it where it is. It's fine. This totally is working. I don't need it immediately. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8. so I did the thing that you shouldn't do, which is I hopped onto the wrong foot. So I did the flap, shuffle, ball change, and I tried to jump onto my back leg instead of staying on the front leg, which is another way that I teach this traveling time step that's kind of a level below what we're doing right now. It's an easier version. So I know why my body did that, but don't do it. I want you to learn the harder version tonight. We can learn the easier version in class next week or something. 5, 6, one more time. 5, 6, 7, 8. Cool? Okay, questions, comments, concerns, pop them in the comments. I'm going to try and find this part with the music just to run part 2.
And I'll replicate, you feel like home.
6, 7, 8. So it's just a little bit faster than we did during practicing, but not like crazy fast. The hardest part is those shuffle switches into the flap step. I don't know. Don't put any weight on that flap. That's kind of going to be the spot where I think a lot of people might misplace their weight. I don't want to say mess up, but because typically a flap would get your weight on each foot, right? What we do during warm-up is actually a slap, S-L-A-P, where we don't put any weight on it. So think of it like that warm-up where you're going, you put just the barest amount of weight on it so that you can get another step on this leg, but I'm not actually full-lapping and actually moving the hips and the shoulders forward. I'm keeping them back. And it's more like one of these guys. I don't know what this is. If you know what any one of these, like a pony, no? It's kind of like a pony. I don't know. Now we're getting off topic. Let's do it again.
Made you feel like home.
5, 6, 7, 8. And you will notice I am keeping my heels up pretty much through that entire sequence to help clarify the sounds. It's fast enough that you don't need the heels for balance in this case, and so keeping those heels up as raised as much as you can is going to help you attack those sounds and get nice, clean, crisp, clear sounds and not muddled sounds. Okay, let's try parts 1 and 2 together. So part 1 has Cincinnati's. Remember to prep that foot while you're doing the chugs. Again, prep your Cincinnati while you're doing your chugs. Flap, shuffle. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, right? Totally. I didn't give you any words or counts, I just did it. Not the most helpful teacher moment right there, but hopefully you got the idea. Kara, use your words. 5, 6, 7, 8. one more time, all of that, and then I'm going to teach the third chunk. Yeah, this one's not too bad tonight. We'll see what happens when I get into the third chunk. Hold on. Okay, it's not too bad. Yeah. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, hydration break, and then we're going to add part 3. Ready, go! David's watching TV upstairs. I don't know what he's watching. Cindy slept like all day today and didn't even want to like snuggle with me. A lot of times she'll like sit by my feet or under my desk or something. But she like went in her crate and laid down, which we don't even really use her crate anymore, especially since I'm home all day. So there's like blankets and toys in there, but she just wanders in when she wants to. And so she like went in there, and we have like some patio cushions leaning against it. And so it's like a little fort. And she just like went in there and curled up in a little ball and like even nestled the blankets to be around her in like a little nest and like took a napper. So I brought her big pillow from our bedroom downstairs for her. I was working at the table in the kitchen on some dissertation stuff today. And so I put it next to me. I swear she slept in that pillow for like 3 hours. Even if I get up to come back to my desk, nope, just stayed in her pillow. She was very sleepy today. I don't know why. I mean, I guess normally she sleeps on the couch, but I didn't have any blankets or pillows on the couch for her to snuggle with, so maybe she just wanted to snuggle more with like blankies. I don't know. She's a very spoiled dog. Okay, so part 3, you should have your right foot free. Good. Okay, you do. You're going to go scuffle, step, paradiddle, but it's on the 8th notes. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you're going to do a shuffle, toe heel over the front, tip, ball, change. That's an awkward one. Normally we do like a tip heel or something. Not today. Scuffle, step, paradiddle, shuffle, toe, heel, tip, ball, change. All straight through on your 8th notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold on. There is a heel there. Tip, heel, ball, change. Just in case you wanted to know. Shuffle, toe, heel, tip, heel, ball, change. No wonder it ends on 7 when you don't do a heel. So you go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Then you do it on the left. Let's try it just the right. Again. Scuffle, step, paradiddle, shuffle, toe, heel, tip, ball, tip, heel, ball, change. One more for Kara over here. Scuffle, step, scuffle, toe, heel, shuffle, toe, heel, tip, heel, ball, change. I'm doing a full flat foot on that ball change. You do you, whatever you're feeling tonight. Left side would go scuffle, step, paradiddle, shuffle, toe, heel, tip, heel, ball, change. Then, if you guess that you do it on the right again, this is clearly a 3 and a break dance tonight. Scuffle, step, paradiddle, shuffle, toe, heel, tip, heel, ball, change. Your break is shuffle, step, shuffle, ball, change. And then you're switching to the triplet rhythm on this. I should have clarified that. 5, 6, 7, 8. But you do it twice. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes! I hadn't practiced that all the way through until right now, so that just happened. I'm very excited about that. Okay, let's try that together. Maybe just a little slow, or so that you can try it out. 5, 6, 7, 8. Scuffle, step, scuffle, toe, heel. Shuffle, toe, heel, tip, heel, ball, change. Scuffle, step, paradiddle. Shuffle, toe, heel, tip, heel, ball, change. Para, step. Words failed me. 5, I'm gonna count it. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You want to try it with the music once through? Questions, pop them in the comments. This is on your chorus.
Don't just feel it in my heart. No,
5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, let's do that again one more time, and then, okay, there is one more part to learn. So let's do this one more time.
Just feel it in my heart. No,
6, 7, 8. Oops. Again. I don't know what I did. Not the right step. That's what I did.
Don't just feel it in my heart.
5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so here's the deal. After you finish that break, shuffle, step, shuffle, ball, change, shuffle, step, shuffle, ball, change, you repeat the entire chunk 3 on your left foot, which shouldn't take too much brain power, but maybe it will. I don't know what kind of day you've had today. So you should have done shuffle, step, shuffle, ball, change, shuffle, step, shuffle, ball, change. Then you go in on the left foot. Scuffle, step, scuffle, toe, heel, shuffle, toe, heel, tip, heel, ball, change, scuffle, step, scuffle, toe, heel. In theory, that finishes out this phrase. In theory. So we're going to try that. Part 3, right and left. And hope that I didn't make a mess of my dance.
I feel it in my bones.
I always have these grand ideas of like, I'm going to run the dance all the way through and make sure that I'm not missing any like 4 count breaks or anything like that. And then I don't. We just fix the 4 count breaks on the spot during class if I forgot any or missed any. So, all right, from the beginning, let's hydrate. It's very warm in here tonight. I ran the heat today because it was cold outside, and I was doing experiments and stuff for my dissertation that I didn't really want to be doing. And so if you don't want to do them, you don't want to do them while you're cold. So I ran the heat so I could at least be warm while I did the things I didn't want to do. But now it's like really warm in here. I could turn the air conditioning on, but that seems like overkill and unnecessary. So, anywho. I mean, in my defense, this is still like 4 degrees cooler than Jessica Keeps the Dance studio. Now you guys know why I walk in Saturday mornings and I'm like, oh, it's so hot. I usually, if it's the AC, I don't run it too hard because I don't like paying for the AC, but if it's cold and it's like heat option, I usually keep it at like 63 or so. Right now it's 68 because I just did not want to be cold today. All right, beginning. Just with counts, well, attempted counts because I'm not going to get them right. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, with music. This is like a minute 30 into this song, so this is kind of cardio tap, but it's not too bad. It's not super hoppy, except for that middle section. 5, 6, 7, 8. I messed up. That went wrong on so many levels, so I'm just gonna pretend it didn't happen. If you haven't taken class with me in person, that is one of the rules of my class is if it's really, really bad, we just take it back and pretend it never happened and nobody needs to know. So a lot of times I'll be teaching something and I feel like I'm saying the same thing over again, and it's just like not clicking, or maybe it's clicking for my students and I can't tell that it's clicking. So we just turn the music on and try it and see what we get. And a lot of times that helps me better gauge like what isn't making sense. But yes, we have had to just pretend things didn't happen numerous times and just be like, okay, clearly I did not teach that well enough. So that's what we're doing right now, pretending that one did not happen. 5, 6, 7, 8. About that break on part 1, it's shuffle, cramp, roll, crawl, back essence. I'm gonna get it right one of these times, I really will. Tips for you, as you're doing those shuffle, cramp, roll, crawls, remember to keep your knees loose and keep your feet not like crazy far apart, but not super close together. You really want them maybe about hip width apart. So that way you have the room to rotate, and that's going to help you, if you travel it a little bit, get the sounds in the right order, as opposed to trying to do it like this is fine and it works, but I think it's more fun to move it, and that throws my weight more to that back side so that then I'm ready to use, which should be, oh, back essence comes after it. So if you do it, doing a back essence from here is really hard. Whereas if you throw that weight over to your ending sound on that crawl, it pops that toe up. So knees loose and let it have a little bit more movement to it. Don't get locked in. We're going to do it again, and I'm going to do it right. Positive thinking, right? It's totally how that works. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. let's do it 2 more times through, and then I will let you get on with the rest of your night. Remember to sign up for in-person classes. They start next week, Tuesday. Soft reopening, limited spots available. You have to sign up in advance. So we are not doing drop-ins. You have to pay for the class in advance online. Sign up online in advance. For now. This is not a forever. This is a how we're easing back into things. If a class fills and you want to get into that class, make sure you email jessica@artisandancestudio.com or info@artisandancestudio.com. We are open to adding more. We just don't know what the demand is right now. We don't know how many people want to get back into the studio. We don't know how many people are not ready to come back. So we're doing what we can. We'll see how it goes. That's why we only scheduled a week's worth of classes to see where we're at. So, yeah. Okay, let's do it 2 more times. 5, 6, 7, 8. One more. I don't know how I just did that. My feet felt like they weren't listening and not attached to my body, but it's fine. They did the right steps, so they made it through. Last time through, here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8. So with that, I'm going to sign off. Oh, I had one more thing to tell you. My new custom tap shoes that I ordered had to come from Italy, New York, so they've been on delay since January. Yeah, long time. But I finally got the email that they will be arriving in New York this week. The cobblers are not open to add the tap shoes or the taps to them, but they will make it to the States, and that's one step closer, right? I'm okay waiting. They're going to be amazing. So keep an eye out for those. I'll make sure they make it into some videos so everyone can see them. And with that, my phone's battery is about to die. So thanks for dancing with me tonight, and I will see you for our last, or my last tentatively, Facebook group class on Friday night at 6 o'clock. And then I'll see you back in the studio next week. Bye, everyone.